In fact, I think we have completely perfected the frozen cappuccino dream, and we're going to make it with you today. So I'm now going to sort this cupboard out. As you can see, it's got quite messy. Realistically, if I haven't used this in 10 years, am I going to be using it? This is the perfect drink for doing this kind of thing. And that's our salad. And I want to completely reorganize these because these have got really out of hand. Oh, this is so sticky in here. Oh. Hi there and welcome back to a new video. How are you all doing with the heat that we're having in the UK at the moment? It is a hot, sticky week. Definitely. I hope you're coping okay with it, because I know quite a few of you, which I've seen on socials and that, are really struggling with the heat. We're quite fortunate here. It's quite open. As you can see, I've got a lovely breeze coming through at the moment. So we are quite lucky here in our home. But it is still very hot and sticky. Unfortunately, the jobs around the home don't kind of halt, do they? They don't come to a stop when you don't feel like cleaning and getting sorted. They don't come to a halt when you've got a really, really busy time ahead of you. They still continue. And at the moment, my cupboards are feeling very, very much needy of some TLC. They feel cluttered, they feel unorganized, and they feel grubby as well. Some leakages, all that kind of thing. So despite it being really hot and sticky outside, I'm going to try and tackle them. Now it may be that I need to do it over a couple of days, just a few bits, because it is really hot and sticky. I've got my water here ready. But I just wanted to maybe motivate you, if you've got some jobs that need doing, some easier ways to get them done, and we'll tackle them all together. So I am going to start with a couple of cupboard sort of de-organising and resorting and decluttering, all that kind of thing. So we're going to do that today. And I also want to share something that I am super, super excited about. I really hope you'll enjoy this video. I'm going to make a really yummy dinner for later as well. Something also summer friendly. Now, I've been inspired to sort this cupboard out for one reason only. I have a new kitchen toy. This is it here. You may have seen me posting about this on Instagram already. I was just so excited. You know, sometimes you can have a kitchen gadget and you use it the once and then you never see it again. It goes at the back of the cupboard and that's it. This is going to be one of those things that we use over and over again. I've actually started filming the video already, and then I've decided I want to restart it because we've been using this machine all week. And I can't believe how happy we are with it. We have used it every single day since we've opened it. So I feel the original video I filmed did not give this machine enough justification for how amazing it really is. So it deserves a whole new start. It's that good. I'm going to start to use it, and because I need it at the moment, and talk to you about it and what it does and why we love it so much, because I think lots of you are going to love it too, and it's going to help me with my cupboards declutters as well. And in case you're wondering what on earth I'm talking about, this is it, the INOVIVA Slushie machine. It makes the most incredible slushy drinks, which is just what you need this time of year. We are loving this machine so much. Now, if you follow me on our other channels and our other social media platforms, you will know we are obsessed with the drink we get in Disney, frozen cappuccino dreams. And you will also know that we've been trying to recreate them at home. And we've been trying to recreate them by going out to places like Starbucks to try and find the perfect blend. That's been the closest. However, this is now taking us even closer. In fact, I think we have completely perfected the frozen cappuccino dream, and we're going to make it with you today. I can't wait. I will pop in actually the little bit that I did film when I unboxed it, just in case you want to have a look at that, just to see what it looked like when it came out, how we set it up and all that kind of thing. So I'll insert that here for you. So this is it when the INOVIVA machine arrived. We were so excited. We've been trying to recreate these slushy drinks for quite some time now, and we just can't quite do it. So we were excited to give this a go to see if we could make our drink dreams come true today. It was really handy because everything comes assembled, so you don't need to do anything. So that was a plus. You literally just have to take some of the bits and pieces off to give them a clean, obviously. So that was nice and easy. It's quite a slim, chic looking machine as well, which I was very happy with because you know how much I love my kitchen. So I was excited about that, and we already knew what drink we were going to try. As soon as we knew the machine was coming, we started planning our drinks ahead. Now we were going to go with one of our favorite Disney drinks, a frozen Coke. We love those frozen slushy drinks. We thought for a first time try that would be the perfect drink to make because it is literally one ingredient, Coke. Excitement is happening. We've cleaned everything that we needed to, and we're just going to pop it on here for the time being and see how it works. So Aid, are we going to recreate our favourite Disney slushies?
The frozen slushie, the Coke one. So
yes.
I'll turn it on.
And it really is that easy. Pop it on, pour in the ingredients, in this situation Coke, and then you press a button. There's 5 preset programs, so it makes it really easy and it tells you exactly what they are. And literally you see it creating your drink in front of you, and no ice is needed.
It is just like frozen, well, daft thing, frozen slushy Coke.
And it's so nice that you don't have to deal with ice, like making ice and crushing them.
Or pulsing ice or anything like that.
So back to today, and I need to get my cupboard sorted, but I want to create a cold drink for me whilst I do it. And we are going to recreate our cappuccino, frozen cappuccino dream, which as you know is our absolute favourite Disney drink. So this is all I need: whole milk, our coffee, we use decaf, and then a full sugar syrup, and that's it, that's our ingredients. So I'm going to do enough, so we've got nearly 2 each. 1 is never enough with this. So I am doing 500. Beautiful that looks. Just those colours look so pretty. Frappe, we're going to do it on number 2 and start. That's how easy it is. It is currently 2 minutes past 5. Let's see how long it takes, and in the meantime I'm going to sort out this cupboard. And the reason this has kind of like pushed me to do this cupboard sort out is because I want somewhere to pop this new machine. As you know, I don't like to keep things on the surface, and I like to try and put them in the cupboard. So I'm going to try and see if I can sort out some space in the cupboard. And in the meantime, we will leave that to make a slushie. I've decided to get the potatoes on ready for dinner. I'm going to make some Turkish potato salad, so that could be cooking while I do the cupboard. And I just wanted to show you, it's currently 5 minutes after I last filmed and it's already frothing up. So I'm now going to sort this cupboard out. As you can see, it's got quite messy. So it's not just that I need to sort where the machine's going to go, it's that I actually need to reorganize this because like all the lids and that, everything is just all over the place. So in case you're new to my channel, thank you for joining me here. We moved into our home. It's a new build 18 months ago. So everything's obviously gone in the cupboards 18 months ago, nice and new, but now I'm getting to the stage where it's definitely time for a sort out again. I thought I would keep on top of things better, and I thought I might actually come in and have a tidy up, but saying that, it hasn't really felt too bad. It just seems more recent that things seem to be getting a little bit more out of hand. So that was my plan this weekend, just to try and get back on top of things, have a bit of a sort out and go through some of the cupboards, have an organise and a little bit of a declutter. This is one of those perfect examples. I've got a pasta machine. I bought this for our daughter for Christmas, goodness knows, maybe 10 years ago. Not once have we used it, and I keep thinking, I am going to make my own pasta, and I never get round to it. Realistically, if I haven't used this in 10 years, am I going to be using it? Have you got a pasta maker machine? Have you ever used it, or are you like me and you've just got things like this that clog up your cupboards? where they could be actually being used for better things. Keep it or donate it. What do you think? I've never used this either. It's actually a KitchenAid jug. I could swap out my metal one. It came free when we bought the KitchenAid and I've never once used it. I think it's quite pretty. What do you think? Should actually I have the metal bowl or the glass bowl? What do you think? Maybe I should pop it in the dishwasher and swap it over. So that, apart from my water, is everything that was in that one, on that one shelf, and the KitchenAid jug, which is huge. That's quite a lot, isn't it? There's definitely some things. We love the milk foamer, but to be honest, that's more of a hot chocolate thing that we use when the kids are home, so that could go away. The blender, again, that's more something we use when the kids are home, so that could actually go in the pantry. Still thinking about that. This is something I love. I do want to keep that. And the fondue we like to use, and this I use all the time, and I do love having my slow cooker in easy reach. So I think I've made some pretty quick decisions already. Now to sort out this messy cupboard, and it's where we keep our coffee as well. When we make coffee in the mornings, they get stored here. As you can see, they need emptying, and I then empty them into the garden. But as you can see, it's made a little bit of a mess. It is 5:16 and it's looking good. This is so overdue. Feels good when you do this kind of thing though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I always say I'm going to do it more often. I think it's nearly ready. Yeah, I really do with one actually. I'm so warm now.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to make some iced lollies this weekend. Wasn't I? Yeah, I completely forgot. Actually, going through things gives you a good reminder. Oh, there's a cute little thing. There's so many things here I forgot I had. I think it might almost be done. It beeps at you when it's done. So we want to move this up to there, because there was a lot of wasted space at the top, and then we can put the machine down below. Oh, it beeps then. I think I just turned the camera off, and it gets a little snowflake when it's done. And it's 5:23, so it's taken about 20 minutes. Look how many containers were in that top cupboard. I haven't tried the salted caramel. That's really nice. It's quite nice because it's not as sweet as the other ones we've been doing. This is the perfect drink for doing this kind of thing. So we did a frozen Coke. That was the first one that we did. That was amazing. That was also inspired by Disney, because we love Disney frozen Cokes. And then we've been doing these different variations of these milky coffee ones. And then last night, Aid did his first frozen cocktail in there. And he tried a frozen porn star martini. It was absolutely amazing. We haven't tried any fruity kind of like slushy drinks yet. This is so good. So Aid's moved the shelf up for me, and I'm just going to go through and have a little look at everything I need to sort out in here and what is not going back in. I was saying to Aid, what is that? That's of something that we threw away ages ago. I don't want lids to things. I think I can probably have quite a good sort out here. Speaking of frozen drinks, I've just found the kids' frozen butterbeer mugs from Universal Studios. Tackle all these lids now. It's a bit like, remember the game Clunk? You take one and they all fall out. Right, certain things. I'm making a little get rid of pile. So this is what I'm getting rid of. I've got a Mickey timer that doesn't actually have the bell. That's it. I never had it. This I bought from Hobby Lobby and it never actually worked either. We've got a broken thermometer. These ice cube trays are rubbish. I'm going to get rid of the ice cream container and some lids that we don't have the bottom bits for. This is now so much better organised. I've got the other little coffee bit. I had gone all through this when we obviously moved, so I know that the containers and the lids are all fine, but it's so much tidier now. And then here, I haven't really, I've got the scales there, and I've got the slow cooker, and then I'll put the new machine in and see how it is then. I'm gonna quickly fix dinner. I'm just gonna pop some seasoning onto some chops and pop them in the air fryer. So I'm going to prepare a potato salad. Now there's an ingredient here that I don't have. It's called sumac, and it seems to be like a more Mediterranean spice. So I've just been reading up, and I'm going to substitute with chip seasoning. I know it's not the same, but it's very paprika based, which I think will be something that will work well with that. I'm just going to pop everything into... It's just cleaning the machine. To clean the machine, just put some water in and press a button. Really easy. I'm just going to pop all my veggies in here with the potatoes. I'm going to roast off some chickpeas in the air fryer as well. Just coat them again in the chip seasoning and just pop them in. I'm always trying to find different things to make in the warmer months. You can get a bit bored with some sort of salad, so it's nice to try and vary things up. I've made this once before and it was a real hit. We do love potato salad, and this one feels a little bit of a healthier version. There's no mayo or anything like that. It's just literally olive oil and spices with lemon juice, so it feels a lighter variation of potato salad. But I'd love to hear from you. What are you enjoying cooking at the moment? What have you been fancying? What's your go-to during the warmer months? And do you like trying different salads and things like that as well? I'd love to hear and see if you've got some new ideas for me to try. Please feel free to point me in any recipe direction or anything you think I should try out. I'm always open to new ideas, as you know. So I'm making up the dressing for this potato salad. I'm going to pop it in a jar. It's my favourite way to do a dressing because all you do is pop in all the ingredients and then give it a good shake. And then if you don't use everything, you can then keep the rest in the jar, and it's got a sealable lid. So that's all this was. Pour it over the salad and good to go. A really, really quick meal. I didn't want to spend ages making dinner tonight because I just wanted to keep on top of the cupboard declutters. I didn't want a big distraction. There we go. The chickpeas are so delicious done like that, and that's our salad. And I've ended up adding peppers, tomatoes and some feta to the top as well. And the chickpeas are really good for little snacks. If you want a healthy snack, they are so tasty. Good morning and welcome to Sunday. I am jumping straight into the kitchen. You know what it's like when you're in the middle of a job, you just want to get on with it. So this salad last night was really, really delicious. I highly recommend giving that a go. I'll leave the link down below for you. I am remembering why I didn't put the jug in the KitchenAid. It's just slightly odd because you have to have it sideways, because obviously the handle, it only locks in that way. Does it look strange like that? I don't know. Let's set it up and see. And I think I also hate the black wire, and at least having the full sort of metal bowl covers up the big black wire, because it is an ugly thing to look at, although it is a necessity as well. I'll put it together and we'll see what we think. Just spun the KitchenAid machine around and I've noticed all these like orangey marks that aren't wiping off. It usually lives the other way and I don't have those on that side. So I've just got some pink stuff on it and I'm just rubbing that off. So I love this machine and I really want to look after it. That is much better. Good old pink stuff again. So I've done it like that. But that way I can hide the wire. But as Aids just said, the speed setting's the other side, so I've constantly got to pull it out. So yeah, that's not going to work, is it? So let's pull it back round the other way. I love this stand, by the way. It protects your work surface. And it just means, because the KitchenAid mixer is so heavy. What's your thoughts? I've seen some beautiful ones before that I really, really love. I think you just can't beat the chrome look. Yeah, I think we've both agreed. This way makes much more sense. I've got the controls there. I use it a lot, to be honest. So I think that looks, and I do think it looks better with the chrome. So I think we're going to pop this back in the cupboard. Aids just said though, when I'm baking for you guys, this would be so much better because you'll be able to see the mixture. I love that idea. Can't believe we've had this machine over 10 years and this has never been used. I even forgot I had it in the old house.
Isn't there a lid or something for it that
Ooh.
does around the...
Yeah. I
Or
can't
even a
remember.
lid?
I don't know. Maybe not. I'm saying.
Made me think about it.
No idea. So yesterday I did the cupboard declutter with you. Let me just show you what a difference it's made. Look at that. How well organised is that? I've got the scales at the top now. I've got all my bits and pieces. And down here I've got the new machine to make our slushies. I've got my crock pot. I've got the big KitchenAid jug. And my fondues there. That looks so nice. I'm so happy with that. Just all feels so nicely organised. So earlier on I was having a tidy up in this cupboard here. I've taken these. These were on the little charcuterie boards. I've just realised though, I was going to throw the covers away. I've just seen they come out. I think they would be better put in their homes actually. Think about those falling out. So we've got the plastic covers back on again. They're obviously there for a reason. So that's nice and tidy. Now the one that's actually driving me mad at the moment, I've got a lot of flour on here. I need to decant or get some flour in these. And as you can see, this all just needs wiping over a little bit. And I want to completely reorganize these because these have got really out of hand, and give it all a good wipe over and a tidy up. I'm going to start by pulling out that shelf first. It's always quite amazing, isn't it, when you see how much you've managed to fit onto one shelf. And I can give this a nice clean now. Even one of my hairs has managed to get in there. How did that get there? And speaking of hair, I don't know if you can hear that. Aid's cleaning the carpets upstairs. Scraping all the carpet because my hair just does not come off. So each week we have to go through with the scraper to remove all my hair. Now time to have a little look. I've got an empty container. I've got one with risotto, looks like. This is for linguine, but I've run out. And some of these could do with a top up, which I'm going to do now. These spinnies are so handy to have in the cupboard. I take full advantage of this so often, especially if you're short. It's really, really helpful. Now we move on to this one. I'm now questioning myself with some of these choices. I recently cleaned this out because I'd run out of homemade granola, so I need to make some more of that. We don't eat beer nuts anymore. They've gone out of date. I need to empty these and clean this up. The sauerkraut, as you can see, is completely gone over. That needs to be emptied and cleaned. I want to make some fresh, so I could clean that out. Yeah, I don't want the coffee to live there. I want that to live down below. And I'm also wondering, I feel like the pasta all needs to live on the same shelf rather than having some of it up there and some of it down here. So I might have a little think about that. Thing is, I could put like the sugars up there because I kind of feel like they belong, but I don't really want anything in front of the flowers because I pull the flour out a lot more than I do the sugar. This also then, the small ones you can lift out. I'm not sure. This was where the beer nuts lived. I've washed it out and the penne now can live in there rather than the old Tupperware style. I think the glass jars look so much nicer. I think I want this as the pasta shelf now. I'm going to have a complete rejig. And this is why you need to have a sort out of your cupboards every now and then. I'm finding smaller containers down below. I'd forgotten I had. I'm just having a look to see what else is in the back there. But these have the same types of pasta and these ones. So I'm just going to pop them. Maybe that wasn't a good idea to do it there. In there. And now I've got spare space. I've decided, yes, I've removed the stickers as well. I don't need someone to tell me that's where spaghetti lives. I can see that spaghetti lives there. I am loving how much tidier this looks. So here I've ended up taking out the pastas. I've got the large, it's not large couscous, I've just realised that. It is also, which Aid hates. I really like it though. I've put the take fives in those and I have got the little pastas in there. I'm just going to pop the yellow split peas on there. Lentils, quinoa, which I need to buy some more. Got my sugars there, crackers, eggs. I like my garlic and pestle and mortar on there. And I'm going to sort this out today, drain this off and clean that out. And that can live up by the flowers. And I've taken these out because I didn't need them. This is couscous, which I need to restock as well. And I'm going to plan to live those on that shelf, so let's pull that one out next. I'm not looking forward to these ones as much. I was using this as an overflow, but it wasn't actually really working because I forgot I had it. So I've just found bags of pasta, more rice that's been opened, and I think what I was doing was keeping the unopened in the pantry, and any that were left sort of where, you know, when you refill and you've still got some left, I was putting those in here, but I'd forgotten about them. Got some sushi rice here. So that hasn't really worked, but it is quite a good system. Brown rice I've had for years. I'm going to get rid of that. I cannot get on with brown rice. It just always feels too hard. If you've got any recommendations on how to cook it or anything like that, I'm going to get rid of this because I've had it so long. But let me know, because I know it's so much better for you. I'm glad I did that. It actually smells really, really stale, this container. And these containers definitely need a good cleaning out. It's been 18 months since we've moved here and they haven't been touched in that time. This is why I love using trays instead of putting things straight into cupboards, because we have got, oh, this is so sticky in here. Oh, just imagine if that was on my lovely shelves. This is going to be such a sticky mess to clean up. So glad as well that I'm doing this today. Today is so much cooler than it was yesterday. It's definitely a lot more bearable. Oh, I've got sticky all over this. I'm gonna have to go and wash this. And this is a reminder why you need to clean out your cupboards regular. 18 months that is. And the other thing when you don't keep your cupboards tidy is the stock rotation problem. I've got 2 lots of jalapeno peppers open here. I have found 2 Marmites and Aid bought another one yesterday because he thought we'd run out. I have got pickles that are out of date. I've got tiny little scrapings of honey. I was looking for sun-dried tomatoes the other day and thought we'd run out. I've just found a whole new jar. All because I haven't sorted out my cupboards and kept on top of things. Just found this, didn't even know I had easy chili. Could have done with this yesterday. 1 French mustard open and another with hardly anything in it, just a scraping. I can't believe we actually moved house with this. In November 2023 we moved house. This is December 2022. Thai green curry. And I have finished everything. Has a place and is nice and tidy. I've got tinned fruits, I've got tinned tuna, chickpeas and beans, tinned artichokes, soups, baked beans and chopped tomatoes. A few condiments there, little chili jams I've made and some other jams. And then this is chocolate spread, the lazy chili, jalapenos, pickles. I've got some lemon curd as well. These are my stock pots. I've actually changed this around here. I've got my coconut oil, Marmite, and then I've got like my cheats, lemon and lime, just in case. Mustards, Liam Perrins, and then things like lasagna sheets, tomato paste, OXO cubes. I've put my vegetable oil in one of these as well. It wasn't before, and I'm nervous about it making a mess. Got my different vinegars at the back. I am so much happier with that. It's a huge improvement. And then I've taken out some jars with hardly any honey left. We've got Boxing Day pickle, which is the tiniest amount left. Again, the scrapings of mustard, some very old ginger, and then some containers, and I'm going to sort out that. And I have thrown away, oh, there's another container here. These are quite handy. I sometimes use these around Christmas time. I'll make things like gravies, pasta sauces, and things like that up. Or if like summertime, when I know I've got loads of family coming over, when my dad's visiting from the States, I make up loads of pasta sauces and things and pop them in the freezer. So I will wash these up, and actually I've got a place for them in the back of that other cupboard there where I was doing all the lids and the containers and that yesterday. So I'll wash those up, remove the old labels when I went through my label phase, and they can go in there because actually Dad's coming over in a couple of months, so that will be really handy to get some pasta sauces and things made up. I am so chuffed with that. So I feel like I've had a really productive couple of days. It's really nice, isn't it, when you do a job that you've been putting off and then it just feels so good. I will leave the link down below for the INOVIVA Slushie machine. We are so impressed. We were sat having dinner last night after having those iced coffees, just thinking about what we can do next. When we were in Disney Springs in March, we had a frosé, which is like a frozen slushy rosé, and I'm really fancying giving that a go. What I really like about it, it comes with loads of recipes at the back, which I love. Just some really good ideas. Actually, it says about create your own cocktail and wine there. There's loads and loads of different suggestions, and some really nice, there's a frozen mimosa, some really nice ideas. Oh, here we go, a red wine slushie. So, oh, apple cider slush. I really recommend this machine. I'll leave the details down below. If you've got any questions, please do ask. And I encourage you to go and have a bit of a sort out in your kitchen and let me know, what are you doing to keep cool this summer? I will definitely be making more of those slushies. We are completely hooked. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's motivated you and inspired you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.